2 goals, 2 whistles, 2 legends. On their knees, the first image, Erling Haaland, rising above Brazil's defense. The header, the silence, then the camera cuts, not to the scoreboard, to Neymar, hands on his face, eyes filled with tears, a man who already knew. Moments later, another stadium, another whistle, another dream collapsing. Spain scores. Portugal runs out of time. The camera searches again. This time, Cristiano Ronaldo, standing still, trying not to cry, trying to stay strong, failing, and suddenly, the World Cup changed forever. Not because Brazil and Portugal were eliminated, because for the first time in years, millions of football fans around the world realized they weren't watching 2 superstars lose. They were watching 2 eras come to an end. Football is cruel, not because it allows legends to fail, because it never warns you when you're watching them for the last time. Nobody knew that header from Haaland would become more than a goal. Nobody knew Spain's winner would become more than qualification. Those weren't just goals, they were turning points. One generation walking away, another walking in. For nearly 2 decades, international football belonged to names we thought would never disappear. Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Neymar, players who made impossible things feel ordinary. Children didn't just watch them, they became them. Every backyard, every school, every empty street with a football, someone shouted, "I'm Cristiano." Someone answered, "I'm Neymar." That is how legends are measured, not by statistics, by imagination, but time. Time never loses. Yesterday, it reminded everyone, the cameras captured something most people completely missed. After Haaland scored, Neymar wasn't looking at the ball. He was looking into the distance, almost as if he already understood that this wasn't simply another defeat. It was another dream slipping away, another opportunity disappearing forever. Because World Cups don't wait. They come every 4 years. And for footballers, 4 years is an eternity. The same thing happened with Cristiano when the final whistle blew against Spain. He didn't react immediately. No anger, no shouting, no excuses, just silence. The kind of silence only athletes understand. The silence of someone replaying every moment inside his head. Could I have done more? One more run, one more shot, one more chance? Those questions never leave. That is why defeat hurts legends differently. Ordinary players lose matches. Legends lose chapters of their lives. And perhaps that's why these eliminations feel heavier than usual. Because neither Brazil nor Portugal lacked talent. Brazil had Neymar, Vinicius, Bruno Guimaraes, a team capable of beating anyone. Portugal had Cristiano, Bruno Fernandes, Rafael Leão, Vitinha, a squad built to challenge for the trophy, yet neither survived. Why? Because the World Cup doesn't reward reputations. It rewards moments. Norway found theirs, Spain found theirs. Brazil and Portugal didn't. That is the brutal beauty of this tournament. One perfect header can erase months of preparation. One defensive mistake can destroy 4 years of dreams. One final whistle can separate immortality from heartbreak. Then something even more emotional happened. The camera stayed with Neymar. Longer than usual, not because television wanted drama, because everyone watching understood exactly what those tears meant. Hope, regret, time. The same cameras later found Cristiano. Different country, different stadium, same emotion. 2 icons, thousands of kilometers apart, living exactly the same nightmare. And maybe that is the image this World Cup will be remembered for. Not Haaland celebrating, not Spain advancing, but 2 legends, silently realizing that football eventually asks every superstar the same impossible question. What if this was your last chance? That question doesn't need an answer because sometimes the tears already answer it. The hardest part of football is not watching a team lose. It is realizing that some moments will never return. Brazil will return. Portugal will return. New stars will rise. New squads will be built. New dreams will begin. But Neymar crying after Brazil's elimination, and Cristiano Ronaldo breaking down after Portugal's fall felt like something much deeper than defeat. It felt like goodbye. Not goodbye to football, not goodbye to greatness, but goodbye to the World Cup version of two legends who shaped an entire generation. For Neymar, the yellow shirt was always heavier than people understood. He was never just a player. He was the chosen one after Ronaldo. The face of Brazil after Kaká, Ronaldinho, and the 2002 heroes. Every dribble carried expectation. Every injury became national pain. Every failure became a public trial. And still, he kept coming back, again and again and again. Because wearing Brazil's shirt is not easy. It asks for joy while carrying pressure. It asks for magic while carrying history. It asks one man to represent millions. Neymar did that for years. He gave Brazil unforgettable nights, impossible skills, goals that made children run outside and try the same move. He made football feel playful again, and maybe that is what people will miss most. Not only the goals, but the feeling that when Neymar touched the ball, something unexpected could happen. Then there is Cristiano Ronaldo, a different kind of legend, built not from flair, but from obsession, from discipline, from hunger, from refusing to accept human limits. For more than 20 years, Cristiano made football feel like a battle against time, and for most of that time, he won. He turned Portugal into a nation that expected trophies. He carried them through nights when belief seemed impossible. He gave them moments that will never disappear. The goals, the celebrations, the tears, the leadership, the impossible confidence. Cristiano did not just play for Portugal. He changed what Portugal believed it could be. That is legacy, and legacy is bigger than one elimination. But the World Cup is cruel because it does not care about legacy. It gives no special protection to legends. It does not pause because a player has given everything. It simply continues. Holland continues, Spain continues, the tournament continues. And that is what makes this so emotional, because football moves forward before our hearts are ready. One day we are watching Neymar dance past defenders. The next, we are watching him cry. One day, Cristiano is raising his arms to the sky. The next, he is staring at the ground, knowing that time may have finally caught him. That is why these images hurt. They remind us that even the greatest players are temporary, but what they gave us is not. Neymar gave football imagination. Cristiano gave football ambition. One taught millions to play with joy. The other taught millions to chase greatness with obsession. Different paths, different styles, same impact. They made people love the game more. And in the end, maybe that matters more than any trophy. So, yes, Brazil is out, Portugal is out. The World Cup has lost two of its biggest stories, but football has not lost what Neymar and Cristiano built. Those memories remain in every child copying Neymar's dribble, in every young player shouting "Siu" after scoring, in every fan who believed because they believed, in every stadium that stood to watch them one more time. Maybe this was their final World Cup chapter. Maybe it was not, but if it was, then football owes them something simple. Not criticism, not comparison, not debate, gratitude. Thank you, Neymar, for the magic, the courage, the joy, and the pain you carried for Brazil. Thank you, Cristiano, for the goals, the hunger, the leadership, and the impossible standard you set for Portugal. Thank you both for making football feel bigger than a game. The World Cup will continue. New heroes will come, new legends will be born. But for millions of fans around the world, a part of their childhood left the tournament with Neymar's tears and Cristiano's silence. And that is why this goodbye hurt so much.